For 6 decades, one institution has been a beacon of opportunity, building bridges and brighter futures for students and communities in Hope, Hempstead County, and all across Southwest Arkansas. This is the story of the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana, celebrating 60 years of unwavering commitment to education and regional growth.
Hello, I'm Laura Clark, Interim Chancellor and Vice Chancellor for Academics at the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana. 60 years ago, forward-thinking citizens came together with a vision of creating a college for their community. People like J.W. Rowe, Bill Gunner, Ray Turner, W.L. Tate, Mayor John Gardner Jr., and many more laid the groundwork for what was to become the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana. From our humble beginnings as Red River Vocational Technical School in 1965 and our first graduating class of 89 students, UAHT now serves over 3,000 students each year on campuses in Hope, Texarkana, historic Washington, Arkansas, and online. The UAHT story of growth, focus on student success, and looking toward the future is a testament to those who made this school into one of the best community colleges in the nation.
It all began in June 1963 when the Arkansas State Board of Education envisioned an expanded vocational technical school system. After careful planning and community visits, Hope was selected in June 1965 as the site for District 4's new institution. With $1.5 million allocated for construction, the dream was taking shape. On July 1, 1965, J.W. Rowe was appointed the inaugural director of the Red River Votech School. Just months later, in February 1966, ground was broken, and by April 18th of that year, the very first heavy equipment classes began, with students graduating that September. The official academic classes followed on September 26, 1966, marking the true birth of a vital educational resource.
Started here as a student. This school was really small. And the only buildings that was here was the administration building over there. And that's where I took my welding over there in that building. The welding shop was in the administration building. The machine shop was in there. The air conditioning refrigeration was in there. So my welding instructor, Mr. Jim Stroud, was one of the best welding instructors that ever been in this country. J.W. Rowe was the one that hired me to teach here, and he had his eyes on me for a long time. What I mean by that is, when I was in this class myself, he would come around and talk to the instructor, and he would see, he even learned the student's name. He knew my name just as well as the instructor did. And so, that way, when I got through the class, got out there and got to working, and he needed somebody to teach a night class, he came and found me and told me that he needed me to teach the night class.
A major milestone arrived in 1975 when Red River Votech received its initial accreditation. Leadership transitioned in January of 1988 when Johnny Raypert became chancellor. The college continued to evolve, and on July 1, 1991, Red River Votech was placed under the Arkansas Department of Higher Education and proudly renamed Red River Technical College. And in October of that year, the RRTC board was announced. A pivotal moment occurred on February 25, 1994, when RRTC received initial accreditation through the North Central Association. And in August of 1994, the NCA granted a change in status to offer associate degrees. The following year, on May 24, 1995, the groundbreaking for the library was held. A pivotal moment occurred in February 1996 when discussions began to pass a 1.4 cent sales tax in Hempstead County.
To join the system, we had to have an income source. And of course, the sales tax was really the only thing, we didn't have any ad valorem or property tax authority. So we went to the people to pass a 1/4 cent sales tax. That tax was the easiest sale I think we've ever had. I think if I remember correctly, it passed like 80 to 20 or 75 to 25. That showed when the people of Hope and Hempstead County see a need that they really believe in, and then they supported it. There was no issue, no problem passing that tax.
Then, on July 1st of that year, a new era began. Red River Technical College officially joined the UA system and was renamed the University of Arkansas Community College at Hope, UACCH. The transition brought significant expansion. The new UACCH Raypert Library Complex, named in honor of former Chancellor Johnny Raypert, was dedicated by Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee on November 14, 1996. The first UACCH graduating class celebrated on May 15, 1997, followed by the dedication of the UACCH Student Center in 1999. With the start of a new millennium, UACCH continued its progress. In 2000, James Taylor became chancellor. In 2002, the Distance Learning Center dedication was held. In 2004, Gerald Barber became interim chancellor, with Charles Welch then taking the position in 2005. The college's reach expanded beyond traditional students with the launch of Kids College in June 2006. In 2008, a monumental $1 million donation from AEP SWEPCO allowed UACCH to fund crucial power plant training programs, directly addressing regional workforce needs.
That was for the power plant technology program. I know I came out here that night and I was expecting $100,000 or something like that. And when they rolled out that check for $1 million, it was a game changer.
Community support surged again on March 11, 2008, as Hempstead County voters passed another 1.4-cent sales tax to fund Hempstead Hall, a transformative performing arts and community center. Soon after, a new era for UACCH began, with Chris Thomason becoming chancellor.
In 2008, when I became chancellor of the University of Arkansas Community College at Hope, which would later become what we know today as the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana, it was the greatest professional experience of my life. From the very beginning, I knew that this campus wanted to grow, and I knew that the innovation that they were willing to engage in would support that type of growth. And lastly, I knew it was in the core of our mission to engage in growth to support our community moving forward. And from the very start, the first thing we did when I walked on this campus is we cut the ribbon for the Science Technology Building here on the Hope campus. Shortly after that, we began the construction of Hempstead Hall. Not too far behind that, we began the birth of a new campus, which is rarely done, and we made it look easy, but it was quite a job. But we started the campus at UAH-Texarkana and grew that campus to one of the fastest growing campuses in the state of Arkansas. I don't know that I've ever been more proud than opening night here in Hempstead Hall on the very stage that I sit now, when I looked out into the audience and saw not just a sellout crowd, but a crowd that represented every aspect of the community we served. Every region, every population came together in this one place to celebrate a building and its opening, but really it was about a celebration of what we are, who we want to be, and what we will become, not just as a campus, not just as a community, but as an entire region.
When we added Hempstead Hall, I think a couple of things came from that. Number one, it showed our community support of it, and I think the community feels like they own part of that. That's part of them, it's part of us as a campus because it's on our campus, so we all have ownership in it. And what it brings to us is it brings to us a world-class facility to this campus so that we can offer things that we wouldn't normally offer. Cultural events and bringing in entertainment and things like that to Hope that we used to not be able to bring in. And that shows our investment and how much the county wants to invest in its own.
The evolution continued. In April of 2014, the Anthony Roughton Amphitheater Pavilion was dedicated. In 2015, a grand opening was held to commemorate the dedication of the new administration building, which was named after J.W. Rowe. That same year, UAHT launched its award-winning textbook rental program, making education more affordable and accessible. UAHT has led the way in student success initiatives. On September 18, 2015, the college unveiled its new mascot, the Iron Horse, nicknamed Spike, symbolizing the region's rich history and forward-looking advancements. On January 20, 2016, UAHT Professions Building had its grand opening. In 2018, the Hope Collegiate Academy began, allowing high school students to earn an Associate of Arts degree simultaneously with their high school diploma. This innovative program, along with the Arkansas High Collegiate Academy started in 2019, has led the state in high school seniors graduating with associate degrees. The same day, UAHT set an all-time record enrollment of 1,563 students. On January 31, 2019, the college's name was officially changed to the University of Arkansas Community College Hope-Texarkana, also known as UAHT. Even more resources became available to students when dedicated facilities like the Pirtle Advising Center and an expanded Rapert Library opened. Soon after, classes began for students in the Secondary Career Center. Demonstrating its commitment to student welfare, the Iron Horse Pantry opened in December 2019 to address food insecurities. UAHT has also embraced unique educational pathways with the James Black School of Bladesmithing and Historic Trades opening in January 2020, dedicated by Governor Asa Hutchinson. That same year, UAHT's Vice Chancellor, Laura Clark, became Interim Chancellor. And the following year, the college underwent a 10-year reaccreditation review by the Higher Learning Commission in May of 2021.
I actually began with the college when it was still Red River. I was an adjunct instructor for Red River, but then when it transitioned into the two-year college system, I actually was I wasn't part of the very initial, because that would have been in 1996 accreditation process, but I was part of the first full 10-year accreditation through the Higher Learning Commission, which was in 2000. Then I led that in 2010, and then again in 2020. So I've been through 3 cycles now of the full accreditation process. And I guess what I have to say I'm most proud of is in this 3rd cycle in 2020, we went through that accreditation process through the Higher Learning Commission with absolutely no findings. We met every single criterion that the Commission looks for in accrediting higher educations. And so both the 2000 and the 2010, we were still new, and they did have some suggestions of things we needed to do for improvement. But by 2020, we were fully accredited without any type of findings whatsoever, and I'm very proud of that.
In 2021, Christine Holt became Chancellor of UAHT. In March 2023, the Farmers Bank and Trust Workforce Center had its grand opening, further strengthening the college's vocational and technical offerings. That same year, UAHT announced the Hempstead Guarantee, providing a scholarship to Hempstead County high school graduates for their first year at no cost, reinforcing its deep commitment to local students. In May of 2024, the UAHT Collegiate Academies led the state in high school seniors graduating with an associate degree and a high school diploma simultaneously. In 2025, Laura Clark became interim chancellor once again, serving the college that she and fellow faculty and staff proudly support. For it is the people who have been instrumental in the success of UAHT. Their shared commitment to providing accessible pathways to higher education and career training has created a student-centered culture that empowers individuals to break barriers and build foundations for the future. And the future of UAHT is filled with possibilities.
We celebrated 50 years while I was chancellor. It was a grand evening. And we focused a lot on what we had accomplished in those first 50 years. But I really think the theme then is the theme as it should be today. Not what we've done in the last 50 years, but what we're going to position this campus to do in the next 50, and for this celebration, the next 60. You should always be looking forward. You should always be laying the groundwork today, even though it's hard work, to ensure that the work of tomorrow is not just easier, but it's more effective.
Wow, I wish I could look into a crystal ball and see what was in front of us, because if I were to go back 20 years and see what's been happening now, I would not have expected it. So I think what you're going to see is UAHT is still going to be a very significant part of this community. It's going to help this community grow. I think it's going to be a more significant part of the Texarkana community. And the things that we are going to do and offer are right now probably not even been invented yet. I think we are going to see those come, and we will change with that, because community colleges, they can change pretty quick and can offer programs pretty quick. And we are so student-centered that I think we'll continue to be a catalyst for workforce and for our communities.
The folks out here, the staff, are always thinking what's better, how can we improve the lives of our student body, especially since we have both conventional students and unconventional students who are already in the workforce or whatever. They're constantly coming up with programs to meet the changing times, meeting the needs. UAHT is the bridge to our future. Has been and always will be.
Congratulations to the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana on its 60th anniversary. University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana continues to redefine the community college experience by helping more than 400 students graduate annually. From kids' college enrichment camps to state-leading early college programs to job-ready workforce training, University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana is recognized as a leader in higher education. I want to commend the University of Arkansas Hope-Texarkana for providing comprehensive educational opportunities and programs for everyone in their service area. Thank you for your continuous efforts to make your communities better, and again, congratulations on this milestone.